Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, hey folks, I'm playing a video series of videos I've been doing for a little while now. I'll go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, and folks, I'm going to talk about the stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that at the time I'm doing this, folks, I alluded to this one in my previous video, so maybe go watch that one first. Consider it, it's kind of a first part and a sequel kind of thing. Will there be a trilogy? That remains to be seen. But anyway, I'm going to go over there. I'm going to try out some stuff. I'm going to go over there and I'm going to blabber on about it because it's what I do. Funny thing about it is most people who, if you've met me in real life, would probably say that I'm a little bit socially awkward, and I am. But if you get me on the right subject, and if I'm familiar enough with the person, I will go on and on. Hence the format of this show. But anyway, yes, I'm inside the truck doing this review today. I'm also wearing a cool shirt. Folks, when I wear cool shirts, I like to highlight the cool shirt. What cool shirt am I wearing today? Boom! It's my Yu Yu Hakusho shirt from Walmart. Got all of the four main cast members. You got Yusuke and Kuwabara and Hiei on the bottom and Kurama over there. It's an anime from the early 90s. Fairly distinct, not only for its time, but really throughout all of anime, in that it's one of the ones where the dub is actually probably better than the sub version. They got an extremely talented voice cast who they just brought so much personality to it, and even within the fandom, it's typically considered that the dub is extremely well done. So if you're ever interested, maybe you're not into subtitles, like I said, the dub for this one is really good. And I like it a lot. So, but anyway. What am I trying for y'all today, folks? What are we doing? Well, like I said, I just got through doing a review for a sandwich from Boom, the Corned Beef Factory. And specifically, I just got through doing their corned beef sandwich because you call yourself Corned Beef Factory. I'm going to get a corned beef sandwich. That's how I do. But they had other items. They had a Reuben. Oh, I love a Reuben. Love it. They had a pastrami sandwich. Oh, pastrami. But I didn't get either of those because they had something else that I felt I just had to give it a shot. I specifically got the Tom and Jerry combo, which is corned beef and pastrami on rye with regular spicy mustard. I got regular. Swiss cheese, a pickle spear, and homemade potato chips. So, folks, boom, Tom and Jerry, right there. And then, let's try to get this out. Okay. Oh, no. Damnable pickle. Not only are pickles not particularly appetizing to me, they just get in the goddamn way. Causing problems, disrupting society. Typical pickle bullshit. Okay. All right, let's make this happen, folks. Boom! Fucking look at that, man. That's beautiful. Okay, so why this over the other ones? Simple. I grew up watching Tom and Jerry. I'm a simple man, it doesn't take a lot for me to be delighted. And like I said, I grew up watching Tom and Jerry early in the mornings, some of the Tex Avery stuff, and I love that stuff, man. I mean, some of it hasn't aged well. I'm not saying that's not the case, but so yeah, I saw that and I was like, that's just cool. So let's try out a sandwich. Oh no, it's falling apart. Damnable pickle getting in the way again. All right. That's super good. I mean, it's fundamentally the corned beef sandwich. that I tried in the other video with pastrami. That is a wonderful combination. I mean, I didn't expect it not to be, but I have to admit, it's maybe even a little bit better than I was thinking. I was a little bit concerned that with both meats being so strong in flavor, they might sort of cancel each other out to a certain extent. Like, it would be really flavorful, but you wouldn't get the specific qualities of both. But that's not the case. Instead, you get a nice, delicious corned beef flavor. And then you get this, like, delicious, savory, salty pastrami kind of undercurrent. So, the corned beef is definitely still at the forefront of the flavors, but the pastrami, it adds, like, this accent to it. It gives the savoriness this added bite. That, for me, is wonderful. I'm a big fan of this. You get a lot of meat. I mean, it is a $13 sandwich, but you get a lot of meat. Plus you get chips and a pickle. Because pickle. Yeah, like, I would honestly just say that in comparison to the corned beef sandwich that I just had, it's just that, only probably a little bit better because you have the added oomph of pastrami in there to go over there and sort of create yet another level of flavor. Because everything else works perfectly fine together. Corned beef, the Swiss cheese, the mustard, the rye bread, all those taste really good. And I will say, the mustard, I think, I'm guessing it's like an actual deli-style mustard versus like just some, general yellow bullshit mustard, because it's super tangy and it actually works really well with everything. Yellow mustard, not always my favorite thing, but when used correctly, I think the only change I would make to this, if I got it next time, I might sub out the yellow mustard for the spicy mustard just to see how it goes. Not necessarily because I think it would be better, but I was just a little bit worried with the spicy mustard that with that added flavor, it might go over there and kind of drown out some of the other stuff. But considering how flavorful just the normal mustard is, I don't see that being an issue. I think that could just be a nice little added thing. But either way, I'm perfectly fine with it. I like this a lot. 2 questions have to be asked, though. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Yeah, I would get it again. And here's what I would do. I would get that instead of the corned beef. Because the corned beef is phenomenal. I mean, it was, it's corned beef. Phenomenal might be a little bit generous, but it was a very good corned beef. But this is just that plus pastrami. It's like having an adorable dog and then putting a hat on it. It's like the dog is still awesome, but you put an adorable hat on it, you improve the dog just a little bit. And that's kind of the case with this. It's not a huge change, but it's very noticeable. And it just improves the overall quality. Now, you do have the pastrami sandwich, and you also have the Reuben, which at some point I may get. I don't really come out this way all that often, but, we'll see. But so far, my interactions with the Corned Beef Factory have been really solid. I got 2 sandwiches that were both very good. The staff were extremely nice. I didn't mention that in my other one. I kind of regret it. Very, very nice people, very engaging, very happy that my day was going well. I have to give it to the Corned Beef Factory. I usually like to go over there and try multiple items when I try a new place so that I get a good sense of, what they're bringing to the table versus just a one-item experience. And with the Corned Beef Factory, yeah, man, I have to recommend them because, I mean, it's like, yeah, I'm not going to say it's the best corned beef or pastrami you're ever going to have. I think, like, again, proper deli places might beat them out. But they're very solid sandwiches. They represent the sandwiches that they're preparing well. Plus, they have other stuff. They have turkey sandwich, Italian beefs, hot dogs, grilled cheese. So they got other stuff. Yeah, man. Corned Beef Factory, you get a solid Brandon Wenzel patented seal of approval. Not that means a damn thing, but thank you for a delicious lunch. Anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of the day, spectacular rest of the week, monumental rest of the month, stupendous rest of your folks. You can go over there and have yourselves a truly Tom and Jerry-tastic rest of your life. Again, not the episodes that are maybe a little bit cringeworthy these days, but there's a lot of them in there that are still really good. Don't do any of the modern stuff. Just don't. They never really get it. Go back and watch the older ones. Again, just pick and choose a little bit. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, that's not always the easiest thing in the world to do. That's specifically why I always like to emphasize the try aspect of that, because you're not always going to have sandwiches that are named after wonderful childhood cartoons that you can harken back to. That's just not, that is a rarity, okay? Not only is that not going to often happen, it's probably not going to happen that frequently. So when we find ourselves in situations that are stressful, distressing, frustrating, what have you, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholeness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to watch this video, and maybe you're going to be inspired to go over there and come up with a sandwich that's named after, some cartoon that you grew up with. Maybe you're going to come up with a SWAT cat sandwich, and it'll be like, I don't know, Limburger cheese and cat food. Doesn't sound like a very good sandwich. I would work on that one and come up with a better one, especially considering how badass the SWAT cats were. If you're not familiar with the SWAT cats, get yourself some knowledge. Or conversely, maybe just go watch the SWAT cats. I don't know if they're available on streaming or what the fuck ever, but gotta be somewhere. Bye.